Hey guys, this is Nick here with another weekly episode here. And this week's topic is how do we live below our means when it comes to finance? So, living below your means is a fundamental financial principle that involves spending less than what you earn. So, if you earn $10, you live off 8, you do what you will with the rest of that money, which is $2. And being mindful of your expenses and just in general helps to invest for the future. So some steps you can take to live below your means is one, create a budget. We've said this a lot of times and it always ends up being true. Start by creating that budget that outlines your monthly income and expenses. Track your spending, identify areas where you can cut back or eliminate unnecessary expenses. Make sure your total expenses are less than your total income and allocate a portion of your income towards savings and investments. We always recommend that 10% rule. Take 10% of whatever you're earning per paycheck and just put it away. Number two, prioritize saving and investment. This goes back to what I was saying earlier. Make saving and investment a priority in your budget. Set aside a portion of your income for savings and investments before allocating money for discretionary expenses. Treat savings and investments as a fixed expense, just like paying bills, and automate the process by setting up automatic transfers to a savings or investment account. Do it so that way you don't ever have to see it and it just does it for you. And then just take that difference and make that your fixed income. So, number three, differentiate between the wants and needs of yourself. Distinguish between them and prioritize your needs over your wants. Focus on essential expenses such as housing, utilities, transportation, food, and healthcare. And avoid unnecessary expenses that can quickly add up and eat into your savings. You know what, guys? Not every day do we need to go out and eat. We can always have a good home-cooked meal and save ourselves that extra 5, 10, heck, even $30 a night just by doing that alone. So number four, you want to avoid debt or manage it wisely. Minimize the use of debt and be responsible with credit cards and loans. If you do have debt, create a plan to pay it off as soon as possible. We have several videos on how to best do this. It's the snowball effect or the avalanche effect. Different people call them different things, but just make sure to check that out if you do have comments or questions about that. You want to avoid those unnecessary debt and high interest loans and consider negotiating better terms or consolidating debt to reduce interest rates and payments. Number five, be mindful of that spending. Those habits that you do and those impulsive purchases you do, you want to avoid them and you want to be mindful on your spending habits. Before making a purchase, consider it if it all aligns with your financial goals and if it's necessary. Take the time to research. And again, research and compare prices. Look for discounts or deals to save money. A dollar saved is $2 earned. And if you can figure out what that means, it's a great quote. It means that when you have a singular dollar and you've saved it, you are now saving $2 because that dollar is going to go somewhere else. You now have the potential to have that money elsewhere because you paid for it in the present. And so now that dollar value is different in the future. So it's a little confusing, but in general, you just want to be able to save your money and look for those discounts. So number six, cut expenses. Look for ways to cut expenses out of the budget. This could include reducing discretionary spending, finding cheaper alternatives for products or services, negotiating those lower bills, or eliminating subscriptions or memberships that you don't use frequently. Small savings can add up over time, guys, and contribute to your overall financial health. Number seven, we've talked about this before in a previous episode that's actually coming out this week. Build an emergency fund. More details are in that video, but a general overview. Having an emergency fund is crucial to living below your means. Set aside a portion of your income to build that emergency fund that can cover unexpected expenses such as medical emergencies or job losses. Aim to have at least 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved in your emergency fund. Number 8, increase your income. Look for opportunities to increase your income, such as asking for a raise at work, pursuing additional education, or training to improve your skills, or taking on a side gig or a part-time job. Increasing your income can provide you with more financial flexibility and help you live below those means. Number 9, practice delayed gratification. Avoid instant gratification and practice delayed gratification. That's pretty on the nose right there. So what that's saying is, instead of indulging in an impulse purchase, save and wait for planned purchases. This can help you to avoid unnecessary expenses and make more thoughtful spending decisions. So that right there kind of explains the whole avoid instant gratification. Number 10, you want to review and adjust your budget regularly. Regularly review and adjust your budget to ensure that you are living below your means. Track your expenses, monitor your progress, make necessary adjustments towards the spending and saving habits that you're trying to develop. So, in general, guys, living below your means requires discipline, mindful spending, and prioritizing savings and investments. By creating a budget, distinguishing between wants and needs, minimizing debt, and being mindful of your spending, building an emergency fund, increasing your income, and etc., you can effectively manage your finances and live within your means to achieve long-term financial success. We always recommend on this channel that you guys talk to somebody who has been in this business for years. It's their bread and butter, it's their services. We're talking about a financial advisor. These guys are great at what they do. They want to make you money because by you succeeding, they succeed. And that's just something we always practice. What we're trying to practice what we preach here. And so in general, that's all we've got for this week. Make sure you guys stay tuned for our next weekly episode. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please leave them down below. Y'all have a good one.